Hello, everyone. Welcome to Boyblue and Bigby episode 27. And today we're talking about One Piece, the Baroque Works arc. But first of all, let me introduce you to my co-host, Bigby. Hello, Bigby.
Hello, Boyblue and everybody out there listening to this award-winning podcast. How's it going?
Pretty good. So, full disclosure, listeners, we tried to record this the other day and we had technical difficulties. So we're trying again. So I'm going to try to keep my thoughts and my rants as authentic as possible. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I was ranting quite a while before I realized that it wasn't doing anything, which was super fun.
All about Usopp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. We'll get there.
Yeah, and not just technical difficulties. We had what's the other one?
Puppy difficulties.
Yeah, there you go. I was saying cutie patootie puppy difficulties. Yeah, a cute puppy interrupting our podcast.
She was thirsty and she was asleep and she woke up and had to go to the bathroom. It's a whole thing. Pretty much those are her needs: food, thirst, and bathroom.
Potty.
Yeah.
And attention. And a lot of attention.
And love. But yeah, so Baroque Works, I don't remember what volume that started on, but it ends at 23. So if you have not read through volume 23 of One Piece, be prepared for spoilers because we're going to be diving in quite a bit.
I think it starts at 12 as soon as they leave Rogue Town.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, they meet, what is it? Vive and whoever her partner was inside of that giant whale.
Inside the whale.
Yeah.
The whale is sad.
I guess that's a good start.
I felt bad for the whale. The whale kept waiting for his crew to come back, and they never did. Poor whale. The guy who lived inside him was a little weird, but to each their own.
Yeah, he has to make sure Laboon doesn't hurt herself. Okay. Jeez.
That's right. It's it's kind of like a suicidal whale, right? I mean, kind of.
Yeah,
it just bashes its head against the wall.
Trying to get through the wall.
Ah, poor whale.
Until Luffy just goes, "Hey, fight me!" and he rips off the mast of his ship like a ding dong.
So doesn't he? What does Luffy say? Like he'll come back and fight him again or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't bang his head.
Yeah, just so the whale will stop hurting itself. Felt bad for the whale.
Oh, that crazy captain.
Crazy captain. So yeah, we kind of started talking about that. So we start our journey there with the whale, and we go to some islands. One of which is the giant. Well, I mean, it's not really the Giant's Island. It's the two giants happen to be there. They've been they're fighting for thousands of years or something over some disagreement.
Some bet that they see who had the largest kill, and that's why they keep fighting.
Say that again.
They were to see who had the biggest kill.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they were pretty fun, I guess. I feel like it lasted a little long. Something's beeping behind me. I'm gonna go find out what's beeping. Give me 1 second.
All right. I heard already. Hope nothing crazy going on over there, but yeah. So they do fight often with each other. Like every time the volcano erupts, they grab their weapons and they keep banging it like fighting it out with each other to see who would become the winner. And they have like a crazy amount, like I forget the amount. I don't want to get too specific to it, or else people get very upset if you're not very accurate with it.
All right, sorry about that.
It's all right. I was just informing so there's no, quiet space of me just sitting here. I was just telling them about the how they fought with the volcano, letting them know whenever they fight. And
oh,
whatnot.
right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked both of those giants. They're pretty fun. I felt bad for the one who drank like the exploding ale or something. I was like, oh man, that's rough. Don't do that. So,
don't do that.
Who would do that to such a friendly giant? Well, that would be Baroque Works, which is evil. I guess a corporation, organization. I guess organization is a better word, but they're kind of like a league of assassins almost, And ultimately, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're more like Team Rocket at this point, because their characters are just like whoa, like they're all wacky.
They're very
and
wacky.
Team Rocket is wacky.
Yeah. Yeah, and ultimately, I don't know if they'll come back, but their goal for now was destroying Alabasta or taking over Alabasta. So, but yeah, they get mixed up with some giants, and they're friendly giants. And do the giants die?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't.
I can't remember what happened.
They help them go to the next island where a giant goldfish pops up and tries to swallow them, and then they say, just keep going straight, and they
that's right,
blast the hole into the giant goldfish. They go through on the other side.
Such a weird. So I feel like that part kind of dragged for me a little bit. I'm like, giants are okay, but it was fun.
Like, giants.
Like I liked Sanji pretending to be one of the Baroque Works agents. But yeah, I like the candle guy was interesting. Actually, no, I didn't really care for the candle guy. He's kind of the wax guy.
He's annoying.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other agents who were with him. They're kind of forgettable.
Yeah,
they weren't like the big ones.
No, they got their butts handed to them a couple of times by Luffy and
Zoro. Yeah, like the one guy I think had like a pretty big hat or something.
That was the girl.
She had a big hat. Okay.
She had the hat. The other guy had like, I don't want to say dreadlocks.
Yeah, you're right. He had like sunglasses too, right?
Yeah.
Very important stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah.
What was wearing?
Descriptions must be accurate.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, for me, that arc finally picked up once they reached Alabasta, and then it's like, okay, I kind of want to keep going, but for a little bit I was like, okay, all right. But then Alabasta, we learned that the leader of Baroque Works, Mr. Zero, is none other than Sir Crocodile, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, and he was a bad dude.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, he was.
So so we sort of talked about this the first time we tried to do this. I was happy to see Sir Crocodile actually defeat Luffy, like pretty handedly. I was like, oh, okay. Raise the stakes a little bit,
man.
Yeah. I'm a little unclear how Luffy didn't die, but he didn't die.
But he also didn't really live until he died. Just kidding. That makes sense.
I was like, what?
I thought it'd be philosophical. Like, I said that wrong.
But yeah, he gets like stabbed in the chest there. Yeah, by Sir Crocodile's hook. So that was cool.
And he gets mummified.
Yeah, so he fights him like 3 times. He fights him the first time, he gets like stabbed, and the second time gets mummified, and then the third time he finally beats
takes him
him
down.
in the underground area.
Which is really cool.
So I don't want to bring this up because you obviously know, you've read further, but I'm forgetting her name, but the one who is like first in command or second in command to him, she kind of like starts like kind of betraying him, and like I'm not sure where her allegiance lies. And you learn her name is like Robin or
Nico Robin.
Yeah, I want to learn more about her. She seems interesting. I'm intrigued. So I'm assuming she'll be back, but I just don't know where that's going yet.
Oh, I thought you were continuing reading. Like I thought you were still reading. Like after you finished 23, I thought you kept going.
No, I have not started the next arc yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat.
I like treats.
Yeah,
No,
just like Luna.
No, I read Planetus. So now I'm reading Pluto. Planet theme.
Ah. Intriguing.
So yeah, I'm interested about her. She seems cool. I'm not sure what her game is, but it's intriguing. And generally I liked the kind of bigger Baroque Works agents. I liked the guy whose whole body was like a blade sort of thing, who fought Zolo. That guy's cool. I feel like I'm blanking. Oh, the mole lady was weird. Mole lady. Okay, so now we're here it is. We're getting to Usopp here. We're getting to Usopp. So we're gonna try to bring the magic here of my first rant. But Usopp and Chopper, thank you. They team up and they fight this lady who's in the mole fruit or whatever, dig fruit. I don't know what they call it. And she's like a mole person. And the other guy is this big dude. He has a big baseball bat, and it makes no sense. He has like a dog who's like part gun, but I think they actually said it was a gun that ate a dog fruit, which I don't know how that works. I didn't know guns could eat fruit. But besides that, the dog shoots baseballs out of its face. And then the other guy hits the baseballs with the baseball bat, and they just also happen to be exploding baseballs. They're bombs, and then they explode. And why he doesn't just throw the exploding baseballs at people, or why the dog doesn't just shoot them at people, I don't know. There's that extra step of shooting it, and then he hits it with the bat, and I found it hilarious, and I loved it. But what I didn't love is Usopp. for what we've been told, is a normal person, and he gets hit in the head with a baseball bat once or twice, and then also takes like a bomb explodes near him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is he dead? I didn't really think he would, but there was some hope. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe he's dead.
Hopefully.
And but no, he I mean, so at some point one of the people are like, your captain's already dead, and then he's like, no, Luffy would never die, and he like finds the strength to like fight back. And it's like,
that impersonation is exactly how I envision Usopp's voice when I read it.
Just big sigh.
Yeah, I mean, just like a high pitched.
He's completely worthless, and I can't stand it when like he just all of a sudden is good at something, because it's like, dude, you're not good at anything. Ugh. Anyways, I was pretty bummed that he didn't die, but not too unexpected.
I think when we talked about this, our epic figurine, I said something along the lines, maybe he had like the immortal fruit, like he ate the devil's fruit without realizing it, and he became immortal. That's why he's like could take all these hits and not die.
That's a good. I would like that. That explain that. So another thing we talked about is how I'm completely biased. I mean, Zolo's been like, Zolo should be dead. I mean, dude has been cut up a lot, and then I'm just like, he's fine. Yeah, he's cool. It doesn't matter. But Usopp, I want real physics and pain. I'm just like, all right, that's it.
You should write like a fan fiction of Usopp dying every possible way you could think of.
That would, yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll send some ideas to Oda. But hey, man, just I know you're selling a lot of books, but here are my pitches. Let's kill Usopp first of all.
Yeah, and make Chopper the sharpshooter medic.
Yeah, exactly. Chopper's cool. Another thing that once again we talked about, but I'm trying to remember the things. I'm a big fan of Karu. Karu's a champ. I'm a big fan of the Duck Squad. They were super cool. Karu also has a way of not dying. He gets like shot at least twice and still like runs up the side of the palace and flies, and you're just like, oh, okay. Power of belief. Yeah.
The power of love.
Yeah. So forgive me, this slight all One Piece lovers out there. Forgive me. I've only read 23 volumes, but I often see the criticism of Fairy Tail. And I'm not saying Fairy Tail is Shakespeare, but the criticism of Fairy Tail is that there's no stakes and everyone just lives by the power of friendship. And so far, One Piece kind of the same. I mean, the only guy who died in that whole thing was Vivi's like
Pigeon.
old bodyguard. Yeah, the guy who could like turn.
Guy.
Yeah, like he like takes a bomb up into the air, sacrifices himself. I was like, okay, props. But he was like barely introduced and then is dead. And you're like, I mean, he wasn't really a pivotal character. I'm waiting for.
He was pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I'm waiting for like Sanji to die or like Nami. I want a big one to die. Then I will know that this isn't just the power of friendship nonsense, because that's the thing. I see everyone like, oh, well, Fairy Tail, nobody dies. I'm like, does anyone die in One Piece? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. But don't tell me. No. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm waiting for something to happen here because it's a little too happy-go-lucky. Anyways, now all the One Piece fans are going to attack me.
Yeah.
Send me hate mail.
You're
gonna be the first one. You're gonna be the first one. I'm gonna get like a letter, but like you don't know.
Just expect a bunch of stuff taped to your door in your office and your computer.
Yeah, hot take. Hot take. Fairy Tail is funnier. Throwing it out there. It's funnier.
Fairy Tail?
Yeah, it's a funnier comic. Funnier manga.
Okay, that's a book. I thought you were saying like a concept in general.
No. It's another manga.
Okay, another manga. Okay.
Yeah, it gets knocked for kind of being a One Piece ripoff, which I don't disagree with, but I think it's funnier. Anyways, now I've really done it. Now people are gonna lose their minds.
Yeah, well, nobody threatened us yet. I mean, we did say Sandman and Neil Gaiman were overrated and terrible. So we haven't gotten any hate mail on that. Then again, we didn't post it on the Otaku farm. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, now that everyone knows I have poor taste, what are your thoughts on Baroque Works?
It was really, really amazing because when I remember that I'm an old man, and I was starting to buy these as soon as they were coming out originally. So I was like, when I started getting into the Baroque Works, I was like, the first time Luffy fought him, and then it said, "Oh, wait till next month. And I was like, why? Tell me what happened. And I was like, I would like get a little rage moment, like freak out. But yeah, it felt like at the time I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the end of One Piece because they killed Luffy, and then they're all gonna try to take these big bad pirates down, or the seventh warlord of the sea, and then what happened? And then when I got the new one, I was like, oh my god, he's still alive. By the grace of God, he's still alive. Whatever happened. Then when he got mummified, I was like, darn it, Luffy, do something right. Learn from your mistake. And then the third time, when he fought him, like it felt like the stakes were higher then because he had no water. He was using his own blood to beat up.
That was a cool scene. That was a cool thing. Yeah. So I did just rant about how I don't really feel like there's stakes, but I will say it has a good, like, that whole story with Alabasta was well done. Like, I still never thought like Luffy was gonna die, obviously, because I know he comes later. But I mean, like, but it was more than just Pirate of the Week. I feel like the early volumes are just like, I gotta fight
another week.
Yeah, I gotta fight, Buggy. I gotta fight this guy. I gotta fight this guy. And this is just kind of, just whoever is there. This felt like a much grander scale. It was like a war. And I will say, another thing I liked. I shouldn't say like nobody died, because I'm pretty sure a lot of those soldiers died. Like on each side, I was like, dang.
Yeah, no wonder.
There's some bloodshed there. So I will say that. And like each time they like almost had peace, there's like some Baroque Works undercover guy in the army who just like sniped somebody or like started the war up again. I was like, okay. So that I did like. I liked like how grand the war was, and it was well thought out. I mean, like, he clearly had a direction for it. I just feel like I don't know. I'm just waiting for like I said, I'm waiting for a pivotal character to bite it. Then I'll be like, okay, you're serious. You're serious. I can appreciate.
There's no coming back.
There's no going back.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the line. You stepped over it. You can't go back. No take backsies.
I'm calling it Chopper dies at some point. That's what I'm going with. Emotional ending.
The most adorable one.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be rough? Are you kidding
me? Yeah, so many people would like lose their mind.
Oh well, so now I know I'm wrong.
Thanks a lot. He's the. I didn't say you were wrong. I didn't say you were right. Just saying that a bunch of people would lose their minds if Chopper died. I mean,
Chopper is pretty great.
Yes, his love of candy. What is it? Cotton candy is pretty adorable.
I didn't know he loved cotton candy, but as a doctor, I feel like he should know better than to eat all that sugar. It sounds a little unhealthy.
He's a good doctor, okay?
Yeah, he learned from an awful doctor, but
an awful doctor and a decent witch doctor. So
right, yeah, the witch doctor knew it was up.
Yeah,
I guess that was a part of Baroque Works, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
since we're talking about it, I really can't stand that quack doctor that he's with at first. I'm like, dude, he's not a doctor. He literally
he's trying to help people,
but he doesn't know what he's doing.
You're a monster.
I'm not a monster. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it made me angry. I'm like, you should be arrested for impersonating a doctor. That's what should happen.
To arrest him.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Yeah, he was awful. Then he's like, "Oh, let me teach you, Chopper." It's like, Chopper, go find a real mentor, because this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Anyways, I feel like I'm really bringing the hate mail here. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Some people might not like the quack doctor. So
yeah.
No, you'll make him cry.
Yeah, I like when he died, I was like, shrug. I guess I don't care that much. Sorry, Chopper. Like
And then Chopper's crying, and you're just like, oh, that's the end of
I
that
mean,
chapter.
I
Next
felt
one.
bad for Chopper, but I was like, Chopper, come on, man. Like, was he really
Get
that
a-
great? Yeah, no, come on. Heartless.
You are. I gotta say best part, the best part of that whole Drum Kingdom little arc was Zolo like goes for a swim. He gets lost, and he breaks out of the ice, and he finds Vivi and Usopp, and Usopp's face is like all like big and puffy because Vivi just like kept smacking him around to get his attention, like to get him up. And he's like, "What are you guys doing here? Like, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh," and then he sees the bad guys,
Oh, and he goes
and
fights
just
all of
like,
them.
yeah, he goes fights like just because he wants a coat
Yeah.
and shoes. And like, oh hey, what? Why'd you do that? Like, nice and warm.
Yeah, I like how
And then
Zolo just had been like doing nothing for
yeah,
forever. Just like, just hanging out.
guarding the ship. And
Yeah.
then they find Karu frozen too. Like, what happened to him? Oh, he must have fell overboard. He said he was trying to go save you from the
That's
water.
right. That's right. Good old Karu. I'm trying to think.
And this squadron,
So
Duck Squadron.
yeah, Duck Squadron's good stuff. So another thing that I guess I'll wait to see more of, but I thought was kind of weird, was Nami's weapon that Usopp made for her.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a weird weapon.
The party trick.
Yeah, the party trick weapon. I don't know. I wasn't really sold on it. I was like, it's not that cool. I just feel like Nami,
but it's great for parties.
it's great for
he
parties.
kept
Yeah.
going, he just kept going back to that. Like, oh yeah, it's great for parties. He's like,
I just feel like the limitations of it haven't been like I really couldn't tell you what it does. Like she just like summons like rain clouds and cyclones, and you're just like, okay, sure, that makes sense.
Well, yeah,
but not.
She's a navigator. She would know all the weather pattern and whatnot. So it's
so that's a good point. I hadn't thought about it in terms of her being a navigator. Good point. I feel like what she really needs is just like a gun. That would be a good weapon. That'd be a good weapon.
That'd be too violent for a kid's book, all right? Or not kid's book, a young adult's manga.
Fine. Other people have guns.
Yeah,
I guess you can't.
People who get their butts handed to them by the Straw Hat Gang, all right?
You can't have a main character just shooting people.
No,
I think you could.
You cannot.
That's another suggestion. I'm gonna buy Oda.
Usopp is a freaking sharpshooter who uses a what are those things called?
It's very helpful slingshot. Yeah, very helpful.
Yeah, helpful. He'd be a lot more helpful with a gun, but you don't carry it.
They need to like raid an armory and get some real weapons. Is there an armory island? That's what should happen.
I don't know. Haven't got that far yet.
Oh yeah, see, I'll it's another suggestion. I'll write Oda. Armory Island.
You're right, Oda.
Yeah, I'll be like, I will only need $1 million for this idea.
I think he'll give you 1 billion berries, and they'll be literal berries. The only person who actually has a weapons is Zolo. Like he's the only one with like swords, yeah.
Man. Like that's violent too.
Yeah, but he doesn't hurt to kill, man.
I think he kills
like maybe. Like they always get up afterwards.
I feel like it's just like, oh, good old Zolo just murdered 100 people. Yay!
Oh, you're the former pirate hunter. You killed a bunch of pirates before, but what it's like.
You know who I also like? is that Navy
Smoker.
guy, Smoker. He's a cool
Smoker.
guy.
He's a
I
cool guy.
want to see more of Smoker. And then like his like first mate or whatever, the girl who's the swordsman. Yeah. I liked how she kind of had that moment at the end where she's like, no, let them go. I was like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. This new Navy person seems like quite a lot. She seems like she's not gonna stop until she like finds them.
Hina, right? The one who like.
Sure, your memory. Have you read this recently, or is this just like stored in your brain?
It's stored in my brain, man. I reread this one a lot.
Oh, okay, that's
like
okay.
This whole series, yeah. She's the one that like like she could like bound you if she just like use her arm to go through you and you become like bound.
Oh, I don't know if she's even done that yet. Spoilers, thanks.
I'm trying to remember, man. Just give me credit for the name. Jeez.
Well, speaking of power, so whatever her name was, hers is interesting. Like, arms just like appear. Like this kind of it's a unique ability.
Spoiler alert.
I already said that we were talking about it.
Nah, you're cool, bro. Yeah, okay. It's very, very interesting how just like
plop. I feel like that would be a great ability. You can just like if someone's walking towards you, just bloop, just grab them from arms beneath them. That's a good power.
That would be a great ability because I could slap so many people I don't like at work.
You could. You
sitting there and just like
still get fired. If they found out.
I mean, yeah, if they found out. Yeah, it's not like I would be like, oh, hey, arm, go do that thing. Then the camera catches me and just. No, it'll just be an arm popping up, slapping someone, and then disappear. That's
brilliant. It's a perfect crime. Yeah. I like it.
Another of my favorite scenes was when after they get rescued out of the banana gators. Yes, they're alligators with bananas on top of their heads.
But why? I just don't
understand. Because they're banana gators, man. After they get out, Smoker, they rescue Smoker as they're getting out, and he said, like, oh, why'd you rescue him? You're just throw him back in. And there's like captain's orders, and then Smoker's like, okay, I'm just gonna capture you guys all right now. And then Zolo tells him, like, I would have left you to die. And then once Luffy wakes up, he's like, oh, Smoker, you up? What, you want to fight? And he's like, this kid rescued me and now he wants to fight me?
Yeah.
He's like, just go. Yeah, I'll let it go this one time. And then he's like, oh, you're not such a bad dude. I like you. He's like, get out of here. Like chasing him with a stick and he starts running.
Yeah, I mean that's more like one of those moments where like you really like Luffy. Mm-hmm. Like when it's like when Zolo's like, yeah, I would have let you die, but you know, Luffy told me not to.
Yeah.
And then like there's also the moments where they're in a desert and they only have a limited amount of water and he drinks all of it. That's when you're like, dude, what is come on, man.
And
like,
again, think about it. You're in the desert. What else do you expect he's gonna do? Like he's in the middle of a desert. You forget this captain's a moron.
But he has like these intelligent, emotional moments. Like he very much acts on his feelings. Like I don't want Smoker to die. I have to protect Bigby. I have to, But like as far as like intelligent decision making goes, he's very low on the. And like one of their Evie actually tells him that. Like at some point she's like, what are you doing? Like think about what you're doing. He's like, oh. Okay. Yeah. It's like no.
Yeah, he's not gonna care. Like I see what you mean. Like the big decisions, like when he's off to fight, he does smart things, but when it comes to like their own survival of food supplies, he's just
making like rational decisions, like everyday decisions. He is not very good at. He needs to like delegate that to someone else, and then he can free up his time for other things, I guess. I mean, I feel like
he did get kicked in the head.
I feel like Nami already makes the rational decision.
And Sanji too sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. And sometimes Sanji's pretty irrational though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you guys, I'll feed Nami and Bigby these delicious things. You guys could eat whatever's left.
Right. Speaking of
bless you,
is the shapeshifter guy who looks like
Bon Clay.
Nami. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that part.
Their fight is like so ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
Because they both pretty much have the same fighting style, kicking.
Yeah.
And once he finds out Sanji's weakness, he's like full blown uses it to his advantage.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Yeah. Especially at the end after he's like, oh my goodness, we're friends and comrades and all. And he just like kicks him like 100 times more.
Yeah, and then like
he takes the goggles. Yeah.
He like sacrifices himself for the Straw Hat Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
He really was their friend at the end. It's kind of weird.
You said it so morbidly sad. I'm gonna cry.
But yeah, it's a pretty. Like I said, I liked it a lot when it got to Alabasta. I have no idea. I have no idea what's coming next. I should probably start reading it again.
You should. Like,
what's the next one called? Skypiea?
Yeah.
How many volumes is that? How many do I have to look forward to?
34 to 30. Let's say 30, 31.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's like
no, it's like 7 volumes.
8 or 9 volumes. Yeah.
7. Yeah.
Okay.
But, there's a bunch of moments in this arc and Baroque Works and Skypiea. Like I get like chills when I read them. Like some stuff when it happens, I get chills, and I like when that happens because it's like I can reread it and still get the same literal chills from Luffy's little speeches or his moments, like when he puts his hat on Nami's head and tells him, "Okay, we'll go," and like get like he's an idiot sometimes, but
a lot of the time.
Yeah. So when it like really, when it really is, I'm sorry, a lot of the times. But when it comes down to it, like there's some moments where I'm like, okay, this is the serious, badass Luffy that we all know and love. Like,
yeah, that's true. Like, I feel like my favorite moments have all been Luffy moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when he finally like gets serious, it's like, okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's about to go down.
Exactly. So Skypiea, better than Baroque Works, in your opinion? Not better? What are your thoughts?
It has its moments.
Okay.
But I gotta say I like Baroque Works a little bit better.
Okay.
Because there's a genuine like a genuine threat that's not just aimed at the Luffy and
yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how at the end it'll like never be known, that they were the ones who saved the country.
They saved the kingdom.
Like, secret. I was like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Like, and they're okay with it. They did the right thing.
Yeah.
What I really want to happen though was Vivi to be heartbroken that they didn't come pick her up, or that they didn't like actually no, she
kidnap her.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's like, goodbye, and then they just like don't even pay attention to her, and she's like, oh no. That would have been great.
And then
they did the
silent arm
goodbye
in the air. Yeah. What is it? The breakfast club moment? Like, no, exactly. Forget about me.
That's hilarious. I can't unhear that now. That's exactly what should.
You're welcome.
Play. Yeah.
Don't. I just realized Luffy can control his urges because remember that old man gave him some water,
Hmm.
and Luffy refused to let anybody drink it.
That's true.
And Usopp was like, "Come on, share." He's like, "No, that old man dug a lot for this. We're not just gonna like irrationally drink it."
I like that old man. That was
Yeah,
the rebel leader's dad.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the rebel leader. I liked his background story. It was pretty good.
Mhm.
I enjoyed that. I also like. Okay, actually, you know what? Wait a second. I'm going to say something. So I liked the king until the king became a pervert a little bit. Like what?
Yeah, to Nami's happy day punch or happiness punch.
He, because he was just like spying on them, and I was like,
Yeah,
that's
his daughter and
yeah. That was weird. That completely changed because at first like, oh, this
yeah.
guy's cool, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's different. Hmm. And then like at the end, he like is trying to like peek when she's when his daughter is like
Yeah.
changing. I'm like, dude, what is happening? It got weird. Anyways, I'm afraid for Vivi now.
Well,
I think
it's
the
funny.
big plot twist is like she's
No,
gonna
I think
something horrible is gonna happen.
I think he did it on accident though because it was the other guy, the servant butler who like barges in and she's like, "What are you doing?" And his wife like hits him over the head, and then he goes, "Oh, like what were you doing, Your Highness?" Like, "Oh, your wife is very spirited," and he was just checking up on her.
Oh no, he was for sure like creeping. I don't know. That was weird. That was weird for me. I did not see that coming. It's like okay.
Uh,
Anyway, so I'm gonna write more suggestions to Oda. Let's follow up on this. What's happening
okay,
now?
yeah, sure. Yeah. Hey,
What's going
Oda,
on?
does the king hit on his daughter some more? What's the
Yeah.
deal? That what you want to hear?
Well,
Like, oh
I want
no,
to know if she's safe. I'm not sure if she's safe back there.
you're gonna call social services now
Yeah, I
based on
am.
the
Yeah, I'm very concerned.
death?
That was a weird couple moments
Yeah,
because you can kind of defend the first one because it's not just his daughter. The
yeah, Nami.
second one, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know anymore. I don't
Like
know.
done, dropped. I think the only person who didn't look at them was probably Zolo,
Probably,
because you
yeah,
could see, you saw the
yeah.
king, Luffy, you saw, I think Chopper, Sanji,
Chopper.
and Chopper's like this. I think he was like, you could see his whole body. You know how he like hid
Yeah,
poorly, like
uh-huh.
he's like that, and then
Yeah.
uh,
That was a weird moment. That was a
mhm.
weird moment. I don't know if I quite understood it, but that's okay. I don't have to understand everything. It's like the
Yes, you
early
do.
chapters of Dragon Ball where you're like, huh, okay, that's
Kid
interesting.
with a monkey tail. Okay.
Okay.
Giant fish, dinosaurs, guns. Okay. Cars. All
Exactly.
right.
Cars and capsules. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That totally understandable. Very believable.
So I think I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if I have anything else. I tried to block out that thing with the king and it came out. So I don't know if I have much else to
you,
say.
you try to repress it as
I
much
really
as you
did.
can. But, uh, yeah, he was a good guy up until that part.
He was he. I
Like
mean,
he was an honorable, noble man
he was, and then
leading
something
up, and
weird.
then he saw Nami's happiness punch, and then his daughter, and
Just not right.
maybe he just thought Nami was there, and he tried to get another peek at her, and that's how I'll defend it.
That's a better way.
Yeah, assumption.
I
Yeah,
like.
we'll just assume that's what he was
We'll
doing.
assume that's what was
Yeah,
happening. Yeah. For just so I don't like stay awake at night.
like oh God, what was he doing? And then your wife would be like, "Shut up, go to sleep." I can't.
Because that would be like I feel like I'm reading a prequel to Berserk at that point. Like
Oh yeah, that That is the prequel to Berserk.
Exactly,
That
yeah.
kingdom.
Mm-mm.
The king
Not
wants
good.
to marry his daughter.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Do you have any other thoughts
His
on One
brother
Piece?
is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, his brother. His brother is cool. I want to know more about his brother. I feel like his brother gets like cool fire powers and Luffy I can stretch. But I will say, I feel like the stretching ability is at its coolest in One Piece. I feel like he finds good ways to like use that.
Well, it's funny because I think I don't know if I mentioned this already, but when somebody once asked him like, why did you give him stretchy powers? Is it because you think they were the strongest the strongest powers that anybody could have? I was like, no, I just thought, what's the most goofy ability anybody can have? Stretching it is, being a rubber man.
I feel like it fits Luffy's character. I feel like if he had like a
Any
cooler,
other power, it just
power, it would kind of lose its magic a little bit. So yeah, I like the stretching. It's cool. What's his brother's name? Ace?
Yes, Fire Fist Ace.
It's a weird name. I mean, Luffy's a weird name too. I guess I shouldn't judge.
Yeah, Boyblue.
Ace just sounds like a dog's name to me. Like, go Ace. Yeah.
Ace sounds like a nickname.
It does. Does he have a real name?
Each other.
Does he have a real name? Is it like Steve?
Yeah. Fire Fist.
First name Fire, middle name Fist.
Last name Ace.
Last name Ace. Okay, that makes sense. I like it.
Glad we got that clarified, man.
Yeah.
Glad we got that clip. Yeah, he's really cool.
Do I see more of him in Skypiea, or does it take a little bit?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll have to keep reading so then we can do our Skypiea. Am I saying that right? Skypiea? Is that what it's called? Skypiea discussion.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't have anything else, listeners, leave comments.
Next,
let us know what you think about Baroque Works, and you're more than welcome to tell me that you're know nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Because I said a lot of things in this episode that might be One Piece fan controversial. That's okay. I haven't read it, as much. I'm young to the One Piece world, which is funny because I've read 23 volumes. Some series are done by now, but there's only like 80 something. It's fine.
Yeah, I think Full Metal Alchemist just finished at the point where you're at right now.
Yeah, I think Full Metal Alchemist 27, something like that.
I thought you said it was like 22 or 23.
Yeah, I think it's 27. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Claymore's 27 too. There you go. So really, I should have 4 more volumes in One Piece, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you should be caught up. Come on.
4 more volumes, and that's like all I'll read. That's like...
That's it. You're like, it's not done yet? What is this? I would laugh if you come to me one day and be like, "Oh, I finished One Piece." What? Like, yeah, that was a terrible ending. Like, they were like stuck in an island in the sky. Like, what?
What's that?
Then,
so yeah, leave us your comments and your thoughts, and follow us on YouTube or Podbean, or iTunes. That's right. And then also follow us on Instagram. Instagram is fun.
Yeah, it is. I like to put hashtags that make no sense to what I'm posting.
Definitely helpful.
It is. Next week's episode, we already decided, is My Journey into the Vision by Tom King.
I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite books.
I could tell, man.
I probably don't need to reread it because I've read it.
You probably will.
I probably will. It's a good book. Man, so much good stuff in there. So much heartbreak. Anyway, so that will be another spoiler-y episode. So if you haven't read Vision by Tom King. Give it a read and
Definitely give it a read.
listen to it. So I'm pretty sure it's on Hoopla. You know, I should check first before I just start saying nonsense.
So as he's checking, I watched this incredible movie by my good friend, best friend, you might say, Jeremy Renner, called Tag. This movie, I watched it yesterday. I'm just saying it to fill up the time until we get to an answer. It's really funny. I give it 2 thumbs up. Had me laughing quite a bit. So my good buddy Jeremy Renner, if you're out there, good job, buddy. To those of you who are listening, I do not actually know Jeremy Renner, but I think it'd be really cool to do a shout out. Maybe he'll listen to us one day.
Right. Sean Phillips follows us on Instagram, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
The Vision Volume 1 and Volume 2 are both on Hoopla, so you can read it for free digitally there, or you can go to your local library, or you can just buy it, you know, whichever. But
Yeah, it's worth it if you buy it. I mean,
it's worth it.
it's one of the few titles I'll put under my reread list.
Ah, nice. Quite the
Mhm.
compliment. There are definitely things to get out of each read, I think, of that
Mhm.
book. So, anyways, thank you everyone for listening. And tune in next week. I'm Boy Blue.
And I'm Bigby.
And we're signing off.